That's with James Conner and like decent split.
All right. We are now live. Thanks to anyone who gets their eyes upon this. Previewing some Thursday night football. We got me, Dale, Yash in here.
Yep.
Talking some Seahawks Cardinals. It's kind of an interesting little divisional game. Where are you guys at on this game? Just general thoughts.
I feel like it might be low scoring on the low.
Yeah, it's an interesting game because the Seahawks defense has looked really good so far, and the Cardinals offense hasn't looked great, right? Like, Trey McBride's kind of been doing what you want, but Marvin Harrison's been pretty non-existent. Kyler hasn't been looking great, hasn't been putting up a ton of fantasy points. You've got James Conner going down, so I would imagine their running back room is also just, even with Trey Benson, he'll probably do okay from a fantasy perspective, but their running back room is, probably not as good as it was before. So I think the Cardinals might struggle here. I'm probably favoring the Seahawks a little bit. I'm not exactly sure what the line is, but what's the kind of money line here?
So right now, Seattle's on the money line minus 118.
Okay.
I thought this spread was going to be bigger. I thought Seahawks would at least get like 3.5. But I was surprised to see it's kind of stayed at 1.5. A lot of the public money is on the Seahawks. I can pull it up here. Yeah, I was leaning Seahawks all week. But I don't know. Something about this game just feels it's not my favorite spot. Like, I just have a feeling there's going to be some weird stuff that goes down. Sometimes divisional games are just weird.
It's always like that with divisional
games.
Look,
this is what has me a little nervous. Do you see this right here?
Yeah. Everybody's saying Seahawks. I mean, it kind of makes sense with how the Cardinals have been performing. But, I also wouldn't count them out. It's just that, I don't know.
I would count them out. I'm with the public, dude. Like, I'm just seeing a bad offense, stingy enough defense against a beat-up Niners that's still lost. And I'm just not – I can't make a narrative in my mind on how the Cardinals win this game confidently.
How do you guys feel about Marv for the rest of the season?
Oh, that's tough. As someone who mortgaged their future, like banking on Marv to be that guy in one of my dynasty leagues, like I've been pretty underwhelmed with what he's shown up until this point. I am still a believer. Like, I'm not completely out on him, but if I could pivot off him in dynasty or redraft to like a Odunze, even
you are not pivoting to an Odunze off of Marv right now, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I know you had to add to the Marv side probably, but if you could get something like that, it's like I was talking about yesterday. People still like, because Odunze, it's only been 3 weeks of him like really, really showing like his best. I'm not sure if his value's like quite out where I think it will be come like week 8 this year. So I think now's still a good time to buy Rome.
DeAndre is wondering who you have for anytime touchdown today. Anybody you're liking?
So I want to look at the odds on this, and I'll tell you.
What are you using here?
This is on Outlier.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. They have first touchdown score listed on Outlier. I'm trying to find just like general touchdowns. Here, I got it.
Ashton Doolin.
Dude, I'm telling you, my sleeper for for today Anytime touchdown this week, Jonnu Smith is my sleeper, DeAndre.
All right, so we got JSN at plus 111, Charbonnet at plus 158, Walker at minus 128, McBride plus 136, Marv plus 154, Cup plus 215, Benson minus 108. Those are probably the only guys that I would say are really live that I would even consider betting. Is all these guys. And just off jump, looking at these numbers, I think my favorite is probably Charbonnet of this group for the odds. But
you like Charbonnet over somebody like Marv?
Yeah. I'm in on Charbonnet over Marv. I don't really want to attack Arizona's secondary. I mean, Seattle's secondary. I think Marv can have a good game for yardage, but I don't know if he gets in the end zone. I don't think Seattle, I mean, you're seeing it here. I don't think they've given up a receiving touchdown all year. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
They've given up one, and it was to DK.
Was that week? No, it was week 1.
That was week 1. Yeah.
It was.
What's the Kyler touchdowns line?
Good question. Damn.
I see Kyler throwing 1 touchdown today. I think it could happen. He's
only thrown for 4 all season.
Right. So I don't think that I'd take the gamble on Kyler going for 2 or 3 touchdowns, but I do like Trey McBride or Marvin Harrison catching 1. I kind of feel like Trey McBride's touchdown, like allergies, he had like 2 touchdowns last year. I feel like that's probably behind him.
Kyler rush touchdowns plus 320.
Okay.
Damn, DeAndre hard disagrees with you, bro. He says Walker and Benson for Seattle. He doesn't think Sharp. And CIA, we were talking about it earlier. We think Seattle beating the Cardinals, but we just think it's sketchy with how much money is on the Seahawks.
Yeah, this isn't a game I really want to go crazy over. I sent a slip in the Discord this morning that was I altered the Cardinals or the Seahawks to plus 4.5 and then took that with Darnold 200 pass yards. And I really like that. It was like minus 107 odds for that. And I think Seattle, I think they could lose the game, but I don't see them not covering at least 4.5. We can show you guys why I liked that so much. 1 second.
CIA is asking, what do we think about Kyler Murray rush yards? Let me take a look at that line.
What do you guys think about Kyler Murray in general?
I'm nervous. I'm a little scared for Kyler Murray. I think that at this point in the season, there's a lot of quarterbacks that you put over Kyler Murray. I don't, he's not a guy that you can start every week for me. There's, I'd probably starting Daniel Jones over him. Yeah.
And I think I drafted him like 10 picks past ADP in the league.
Right. Yeah, I mean, typically Kyler Murray goes so high because he's got so much rushing upside. And he'll get those sneaky touchdowns, but he hasn't really done that for you this year. And it's still early in the season, but
he's got like Pat Mahomes rushing upside right now, like 30 yards a game, 35.
Right, or like Bo Nix rushing upside.
Yeah, for when every year when you take Kyler Murray, you're like, oh, he's gonna run a lot. Like he's got the rushing upside, and then every week you're like, damn, 20 yards, 30 yards. Like it's never anything like super meaningful on the ground. And over the whole season, it'll be, he'll still get to that like 500 rush yards on the season mark, but like week to week, it never feels like that.
Never.
Yeah, if you see here, this is why I was big on the Seattle altering them to 4.5. if you just look their last 10 games, they've covered 4.5, 9 of their last 10 games. The only game they didn't cover was against the Packers, where they just kind of got blown out last year. And then against the Cardinals, they've covered that in the last 2 matchups. They beat them by 10 and 12 the last 2 matchups against them last season. I like that a lot. I think worst case, Arizona, if they manage to upset them, it's not going to be them blowing them out. So I think picking them to cover that 4.5 is pretty safe cube or square for like minus 200. And then I liked adding Darnold to that because I'm going to show you.
I was looking at that this morning, CIA Cooper Cup.
I'm probably going to be more on JSN than Cup tonight.
I agree.
The 40 yards just looks so attractive.
I just don't know if he's going to get. I don't know. I think it's really good for Jason that Will Johnson is likely going to be out for Arizona. Like, he's been so impressive. I want to say. Yeah, this is why I was looking at Darnold. I mean, he's just been money on this line, going over 200 relatively easily. One head-to-head matchup had 235. Last year, he was over in like 2/3 of games, or 83% of games, better than 2/3. So this year, he's been over in 2 of the 3 games so far.
Yeah, I like that line a lot. 200 seems pretty free for Sam Darnold.
It's an alt line, so it should be good. But I liked single game parlaying this with Seattle cover 4.5. Felt like that was money. I sent that earlier. Let me look at some other player props now. We'll try to look at some flat lines rather than some alts. So let me do.
How you feel about Cooper Kupp, Ant?
Like I said, I think I'm on JSN tonight. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna steer clear from Kupp at this point. He's not someone I really want to catch myself chasing his lines right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you see all the Chiefs lines are at like 40 yards, all the receivers? On Underdog, at least, I saw it this morning. They have Worthy at 40, Hollywood at 40, Kelsey at 40.
I'm taking the Hollywood under, and I'm taking the Xavier Worthy over.
And they didn't even have a lineup for Tyquan Thornton when I was looking this morning, dude. I was like, that's sus. They're unsure of Thornton's role in the offense. I'd love to see that.
I think I even like this Sam Darnold 225 line too.
Yeah, I don't think it's.
I think bad. Sam Darnold's good.
I have this sorted by like how they're ranking towards these throughout the season so far, and basically everything is telling me that Arizona run game doesn't have the most favorable matchup. Y'all, she got a plane flying over your house.
I do.
I'm muting you for a sec.
I got it.
Just hear some engines in my ears for a second there. But just going through these matchups, not very favorable for Arizona ground game from the looks of it. JSN's popping for the first half receiving yards, which let's take a look at that. So this might be a good square. So he's been over this in every game so far this season. Towards the end of last year, he was hitting this. See how he was faring against Arizona. Did this both times he's matched up against them. Let's build out on the season doesn't look as good, but he really started to pick it up towards the end of last year. Let's see if other receivers have gone over. Yep. Tet smashed this line. Olave went over. Shahid's the only one who went under. All right. We're going to do this. So
what about Benson anytime touchdown? I feel like Torrey Horton might be. What's Torrey Horton's anytime touchdown odds?
Ooh, that could be a good call, Yash.
That's what I was also going to say is Torrey Horton's outproduced Cooper Kupp this year from a fantasy perspective.
All right, guys. So
it looks like they have him on a snap count, bro. He's only played 26 snaps a game.
This is a smash square right now. JSN 37.5 receiving yards on underdog. On Prize Fix, it's at 42.5.
Why is it 42.5 on Prize Fix?
I don't know. It opened actually at 32.5, and then it was getting hammered. It was at 39.5, 40.5 this morning, and now it's all the way at 42. But underdog still got at 37. So we're gonna build this out on underdog. See what Torrey Horton. Ooh, they got it at a 2x. Let's just cook something up here. I'm gonna throw in
some targets right now.
Dale, what do you think about the Trey Benson receiving shouts? I like 2.5 receptions.
I think 2.5 receptions is pretty free. I might even say 3.5 feels pretty strong. I mean,
3.5 for getting a nice little payout on that.
He's gonna be essentially the bell cow back in Arizona now for the foreseeable future. He's sharing touches with Murray DeMercado, who's I would assume is going to be basically non-existent in my opinion.
Yeah, no, he's not going to be there.
So I'm pretty excited about Trey Benson.
And look, the data for Benson doesn't look the strongest when you look at it overall, but obviously last year he had a completely different role. This year he's been splitting those touches with James Conner, only gone over in 1 of 3 games so far. But what kind of draws me to this is looking at all the other running backs who have gone against Seattle so far. They've all hit this line they've gone over their lines relatively easily. And I think with the way Seattle plays their defense, like it's a lot of zone. They have a nice, fearsome secondary. Kyler, we know Kyler will check it down. They like to throw a lot of passes around the line of scrimmage. I can definitely see Benson going over this. Kamara's the only one that hasn't gone over. But honestly, I think Kamara unders on receiving props are kind of sharp right now. Kellen Moore's never thrown to running backs in his offenses. If you look at the historical data on that, and Kamara's still getting the old Kamara line value right now, where the books are dropping 4.5 reception lines for him, which I don't think has fully accounted for the new Kellen Moore offense and the role he's playing.
I think that's sharp.
Yeah, but that's another point. But I think this is kind of why I like that Benson pick. So we're gonna run that. All right, let's maybe do one more prop and then we'll maybe build another one out. So we got JSN, Horton, Benson. Any other shouts?
It has to be for tonight, right?
Yep, let's do it for tonight.
Cardinals, Seahawks. Players I like. I don't even want to personally bet on Walker or Charbonnet because it feels more like a guessing game of who's gonna get it. I feel like we don't have a defined red zone role there yet.
We already have a Torrey Horton touchdown in the slip, so I'm fine with not doing another Seattle touchdown. Do you maybe want to take a shot on someone on the Arizona side? Should we throw Marv in there?
4 receptions doesn't seem terrible for Marv. What's the Trey McBride receptions at?
Trey McBride's at 6.5. It's crazy juiced. Well, they got Marv longest at 20.5.
20.5 feels pretty good for Marv. I mean,
I just don't know. Let me show you what I mean with this Seattle secondary, dude. Because I don't think they've given up very many big plays.
Yeah, they're good.
They're really good. And they've been hurt too, which is the crazy part. So 20.5. Marv's been pretty inconsistent with this either way. And see, I guess they've been somewhat hit or miss, but I mean, if you look at the receivers who are going over, it's Calvin Austin, Brandon Cooks. Ricky Pearsall did it too, but DK DK only having 9 as his longest reception. That's pretty worrisome.
It is. Is there a Greg Dortch line on there somewhere?
Is he getting snaps right now, Dale?
Dude, he is. Greg Dortch, I feel like, was looking all right, in a few of these games.
Greg Dortch, I always like him, and I think Kyler also likes him.
He's not anybody that you can really – I guess not really. He's been getting 1 or 2 per game.
Zay Jones is out.
Right. And I feel like Kyler kind of likes Dortch. We haven't seen it
much
this season, but last year he was, he had a few big spike weeks.
Or 3 years ago, 2 years ago, I always see Greg Dortch get 8 catches week 1, 2, and 3 until the whatever injured receiver on the Cardinals comes back.
I wish there was a 2.5 receptions line for Dortch. I think that would be kind of fun.
That would be fun. Because I also feel like with how good the Seahawks secondary is, they're just going to be, feels like they're going to be all over Marv. They're going to be trying to stop McBride, and it's just, Kyler's going to be forced to throw to whoever's available, right? He's not going to get every target that he wants.
If we had this Dortch 1.5 receptions, it gets us to 18x on the slip. So if we put $5, it'll pay out 91.
I think Dortch might be a smart pick, especially with Zay Jones out. I think it's either, that's just snaps.
I'm thinking this for a 4-man, and then I think I want to run Benson 2.5 receptions with this JSN line for a little 2-man. And then that's probably all the action I want on Pick'em. We can maybe do another touchdowns one for fun.
Yep.
All right, you guys cool with this?
Yeah, run it.
Let's run it. Let's put $5 on that thing. So we got JSN first half receiving yards, Torrey Horton touchdown, Benson receptions, Dortch receptions. Let me drop the link in the chat if anyone wants to tail that.
Anthony, question about fantasy-dynasty. Audrin Gadsden II, Chargers.
Aronde Gadsden II.
Yeah. My friend loves him right now.
I've been big on Aronde Gadsden since Syracuse, man. No one
apparently
no one was talking about him until this week.
More reps.
Hey, there's a reason I started getting trade offers for him this week with all the taxi squads I have him on. I started getting inbox Aronde Gadsden for a 4th, and I'm like, oh, now you guys are waking up to Gadsden, dude. Let's not forget he was the best tight end in college last season. Or heading into last season?
Jr. was, bro. What do you mean? Harold Fannin Jr. was. What do you mean?
Tyler Warren probably was realistically. But heading into the season, so I did a bunch of college football best ball last year. Aronde Gadsden was going on the 2-3 turn as a tight end in college football best ball, which is just nuts. If you looked at the board this year, the earliest tight end was going 6th, 7th round. And he didn't really end up living to that ADP, but the year before he was a wide receiver playing tight end, and he was going that early in underdog drafts. I had a fair share of him. He had a decent year at Syracuse. Kind of went late in the draft considering where his hype was at leading into that season. I don't think he's going to be some Kyle Pitts type guy that's going to just get him unlimited opportunities even if he's not doing anything with them. But the fact that he's a 5th round rookie tight end? 5th round rookie tight end getting on the field, and that was his first NFL game and earning 7 targets, I think he had. Super encouraging. Definitely worth a stash in dynasty leagues. Redraft, if you're playing in a deeper league and need some tight end help, I don't hate that going after him. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at on Gadsden.
Sneaky stash if you have low waiver wire priority already.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I definitely think he's interesting. He's not anybody I'd put my chips on or anything, just because I do kind of feel like Disley and Conklin will continue to get a little bit of work. But
Conklin's he's on his way out, bro.
He was getting a little bit of run in the first 2 weeks. It's just, they're definitely, Conklin's pretty old.
This is very true.
Yeah, I mean, somebody to keep your eye on for sure for the future.
All right, I'm gonna bump Benson down to 2.5. Get like a nice little 2x payout on this. See if Underdog has any boost in the lobby right now. I'm not used to using Underdog on desktop, so bear with me with like how clunky I am with it right now. I promise I'll get better. I'm used to just doing all this on my phone.
Yeah, you're good, King.
No problem.
Sorry, I'm outside today, guys. I couldn't kick my mother outside the living room. Felt wrong.
It's understandable. How do we feel about the Chargers wide receiver room? Who are we calling the wide receiver one there? Is it Ladd? Is it Keenan? I mean, how are we feeling rest
As of right now, I think it's Keenan. I think it's Keenan QJ Ladd. Right.
Wow. Interesting.
Crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big QJ guy. I've got him on my dynasty team. And he actually looks good.
Stats support my take.
Feels like the drops are kind of behind him. It's something he's worked on. I mean, Jim Harbaugh talked very highly of QJ, once he came to the Chargers. So
yeah, he did that last year too.
Yeah. So QJ might be the truth.
Candidate. He might.
I just locked this one in with so they have a boost for tonight's game, 75% boost, $20. This pays out $60. So you get a 3x on this, which I really like.
Yeah, I like that.
As for the Chargers situation, I think rest of the season I would rank them.
I'll tell you how the snaps rank them right now.
I'd rank them Ladd, Keenan, QJ. I know that's not like people are panicked on Ladd. I still think he's the most talented receiver there. I still had the least injury concerns with him of all those wide receivers. And I think QJ's has the highest week-to-week ceiling just because he's the only really one who has like 80-yard touchdown in his weekly outrange. But I also think QJ is still going to have weeks where he goes 2 for 24, and you're going to regret starting him. I think Ladd is still going to have that floor. I mean, his first 3 weeks, I think I've been pretty much his lowest range of outcomes all 3 weeks, and he's still almost breaking 10 points each week, which is like you could do a lot worse. Obviously, with where he was getting drafted, that's not the most ideal thing, but I still think it's a long season. Who knows if 30-year-old Keenan Allen's going to hold up rest of the season. I'm still in on Ladd as a talent. I don't think his talent's gone anywhere. I think it's just more targets have been going elsewhere. It is a little worrisome that now Gadsden might be in the mix too, so definitely got to watch that and see the way that plays out. But what is encouraging is just I think I talked about in stream 2 days ago is just the overall pass volume the Chargers have right now. It's nice.
Is Ladd a buy low candidate for you, or do you feel like
I would say
there's too much risk there? Okay.
I don't think
I would buy him low. I think I'd be pursuing him in Dynasty. Redraft, I'd probably pursue other options.
Dynasty, I'm pursuing him.
Yeah, Dynasty, he's a great buy right now, I think.
Right now, they already have Keenan playing like a third of his snaps. Well, 2/3 of the snaps of Ladd and Quentin Johnston. Ladd and Quentin Johnston have the same amount of snaps, but Keenan Allen has the highest target share. He has a 26% target share right now. QJ has 22. Ladd has 19. So take that how you will. I think Keenan's going to last the whole season if they use him 2/3 of the time. Target him every time he's on the field.
Yeah. That's a good thought.
Not making him block every play.
So pivoting a little bit, there's this tournament, the Hurry Up, that Underdog dropped, and it's for this weekend's NFL slate. I'm thinking I might want to max this one out because this one's $3 entry rather than the $7 Battle Royale, and it's only a 20 entry max. So $60 to max this, and it's 2 bands at first for first, grand for second, and these are the other payouts, and it's only 7,500 entrants, so relatively small pool. And it's these games on Sunday. So no Thursday night in here. we've already kind of done a lot of talking about the game. I've already made some picks for that. I think I want to rip some of these if you guys are down.
Yeah, let's do it. Let me hop in there. I'm gonna go ahead and get in one of these drafts with you.
Sweet.
I'm unfortunately in the state of Nevada where underdog is illegal and outlawed.
All right, let me know when you're ready, Dylan. I'll enter it. If anyone else in the chat wants to enter it, feel free.
All right, I'm ready to enter when you are.
All right, ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
All right.
Hopefully we got the same one. Filled already?
I'm one more to start, but now it's filled. I think we're good. Yeah,
we're
right next to you.
Damn.
Sir.
That's okay.
Back
if we're
to
just
back.
game stacking, it's not that big of a deal in these.
Yeah.
Do you guys like this view or do you want me to do the draft board view?
I like this view.
Either way, I mean, you can mix it up. I'd say when you're not picking, you can switch it over. And when
What's
you're
up,
picking,
Cam?
What's up, Cammy Whammy
What's up,
Jammy?
Yo, you're in there too. Let's go. Thanks for everyone who's tuning in, man. We're just having some fun, ripping some drafts, talking some picks. We already made an underdog pick'em slip. Drop that link in the chat, but it's JSN first half receiving yards, Benson 2.5 receptions, and then what was the other bet I said earlier? Seattle plus 4.5, Darnold 200 pass yards. I think those are the two plays. And then we cooked up that little 4-man with Torrey Horton touchdown and Greg Dortch.
Greg Dortch.
Ooh,
Greg Dortch is actually sharp pick though. Like I'm like not even clowning.
Should we cook up another slip with just Torrey Horton and Greg Dortch anytime touchdowns?
Yes, and
oh my god,
throw Jonnu Smith in there too while you're at it.
Dude, Johnny is crazy value right now.
Maybe we're just delusional about Jonnu. As delusional as Arthur Smith is.
Feels like Jonnu didn't do much until he went to the Dolphins, and now he's not doing much again. So I don't know how I feel about Jonnu.
No, him and Arthur Smith are back together, bro. Trust. He'll have a role.
Okay.
He'll have a weird gadget tight end role.
Okay.
Did you watch that 13-minute video I sent about that?
No, I did not. Who are you taking here?
So I want to go Puka just because all the
you have too much Puka exposure.
But that's fine. Like I'm fine being overweight on him for a contest like this. He just has such a high floor. But I think I'm gonna go Bijan here. It's a good.
Bijan also has a high floor.
It's a bounce back spot for Atlanta. You know they're gonna get him the ball this week. I don't know. I think I might just solo stack him and take some Washington pieces on the backside. I don't know. But also this game, I don't know if I really love this game script. So I might just solo this and then stack another game. We'll see.
I think I'm honestly going to go ahead and grab Saquon here. I feel like he's had a kind of slow week this past week. Haven't been used a bunch. I think that people are kind of overreacting to Jalen Hurts getting more active and, throwing the ball this week. I still kind of feel like the Eagles are going to run the ball when they can. And kind of, that's how they've won a lot of their games, and it feels like that's their kind of, safety. So I like Saquon a lot. I don't hate Jonathan Taylor at all. But it just feels like he's been going nuclear, and I don't know if he's going to be that guy to give you back-to-back 30-week or like 3 times back-to-back 30-week performances.
Yeah, it feels a little bit like he's due for a stinker. I can get behind Bijan. I like the matchup. I mean, not Bijan, Saquon. I think I like the matchup better than JT this week too.
Right. And I think I'm going to take Amon-Ra here over Gibbs. Yeah, I mean, the Cleveland defense has just been, cooking RBs this season so far. Mm-hmm. So I like Amon-Ra. He's been super consistent so far this year. Feels like a strong pick. What are you looking at?
I'm going to go ahead and grab Hampton. Might look crazy to take him over Gibbs and Derrick Henry, but I just really like his spot this week against the Giants.
Yeah, I think it's great. Who do you like, Gibbs or Henry this week?
Gibbs against Cleveland, Henry against Chiefs. Probably Henry.
Yeah.
But he might get phased out this week if it's a close game. I don't know.
Is Keaton Mitchell coming back?
He's been healthy and active so far.
Oh, okay.
To this
Gotcha.
point.
Who's
Damn,
healthy and active?
Neighbors.
Keaton Mitchell.
Shout out Danny for subscribing. Let's go.
W. W's in the chat, guys.
Shit, I can grab Derrick Henry right here, but I am actually gonna get.
You don't think the Derrick Henry bounce back's coming?
Nico Collins here. I think the Texans bounce back is coming. We talked about Nico a bit on stream yesterday too.
Yeah, longtime subs know about the Nico Collins take.
Yep. Dale, I was playing Dale in fantasy this week, and I knew that was such a good Nico spot when he was doing relatively nothing until he caught that touchdown. But I was I was so mad. That flipped our week right there.
Oh, it really did. I mean, the rest of my team did pretty abysmal.
Dude, my team had such a bad week in that league.
Both of our teams had pretty bad weeks. I mean, I think I beat you with 0 points from CD. It's just not what you like to see as a fantasy manager.
Yeah. Too bad the Dynasty League is cooked, so everything you guys are talking about is irrelevant. I win.
Oh, yeah.
My team's projected 20 more points than the second best team. I don't know what to tell you.
All right, let me think about this pick here. I hope to see a bounce back from Tyler Warren. I mean, he's looked really good aside from last week. Seems like he's, the maybe not the number one guy, but definitely in the conversation for number one, number two, possibly. Looks like Indiana Jones is loving him some Tyler Warren. So I've got a lot of him in drafts too. So.
And change your screen back to the player list right now around the turn.
Couple seconds here.
Yep. I'm going to get Debo for the bring back on this. Little Atlanta, Washington stack I'm going. I could see a big week from Debo too.
What position are we looking at on the turn right now? Tight end, QB.
For me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I have to go tight end and QB with these last picks.
Are you going? Did Jaden get picked yet?
No. I don't know if he has an ADP right now. Has he been practicing? He's limited at practice. I think he plays this week.
Could be a good spot. Only other team missing him is Dale. Dale, I'm sorry if I sniped you.
You're good. Okay, so I'm not going to go out and grab a quarterback here immediately. I kind of want to look at Kyron, Scatabo, and Judkins are kind of who I'm looking at. Judkins looked really good. I mean, Scatabo just is fun to watch. I'm gonna go Scatabo, man. I think that
Scat Pack.
I think that he's got a lot of upside. I think there's also a world in which he, is pretty unproductive, but I like the upside. He's going to be getting all the red zone touches. I think there's a world in which he goes for 2 touchdowns. So we'll rock with it.
Against the Chargers? You think the Giants are getting 2 touchdowns against the Chargers?
Maybe not. Who knows what Jackson Dart's going to do, though, right?
Cam said Scatabo speed running CTE.
He is, bro. Screams everywhere.
Abysmal is a crazy pull. Yeah, I mean, Scatabo has no regard for his own well-being, it seems like.
I just don't know what people think Jackson Dart is actually going to do this week. Like, it's his first ever, actual start, and people are expected, a good game. I'm expecting what's his line at? What's his passing line?
Chargers defense, too, dude.
Yeah, they are not setting him up for, a nice, career start, bro. I would have put, Russell Wilson in, one more time, bro.
No way, I just got sniped on Zach Ertz, dude.
Like,
what the hell?
Like Dart start against like the Bengals or something.
Why did that guy take Zach Ertz?
I just don't think it's the best spot for Dart. Like, let Dart start next week against the Saints, bro. Like, let him start against the Saints.
Who are we thinking here? Jay Herbo or Patrick Mahomes?
With this team, I don't know.
Jared Goff.
Oh, for the stack. I went Herbo. Screw the stacks.
Dale, I was talking about how people have been poisoned by the fantasy community to stack too much and they push it too much. Like yesterday, Ant was getting like Saquon in the third round damn near sometimes, bro. I was like, what is going on?
Yeah. I will say I'm not super used to these 6-round drafts. But I definitely do think that, like, if you're the person to make a final week and you want to be that guy that is, has the top score out of, 500 people, 1,000 people, whatever, you do need every single advantage that you can get. And if you have the wide receiver that is the difference maker in that final week, then the quarterback is probably also going to be the difference maker. So I think it makes sense, but it's also not something that I am like.
What about Geno Smith and Trey Tucker last week? Geno Smith had like 16 fantasy points.
He did not have 16.
No, he did pretty good.
Like 25, bro.
Yeah. Did he have 25?
Yeah.
Oh, what's up, Dylan?
No way.
Sniped. Yeah, I know.
Oh, he had 30. He had 30 at our.
Yeah, I'm telling you, he did.
Our dynasty has light settings though for QBs.
Dale, I'm hopping in another one if you wanna.
Yep, I'll hop in one more.
All right, ready?
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm ready.
3, 2, 1.
All right.
Waiting for 4.
Yep.
Cool. All right.
Hey, Gino did ball out, Cam.
Talking about these stackings for these, I know, like you were saying, like end of season outcome in best ball tournaments, like last week of the season, you want to explore every edge you can. I think you kind of got to approach these like you're drafting for it's only a 1 week sample size, right? So you're trying to draft for the most optimal team for this week. And I think that 95% of the time, the most optimal build for a week is going to have a QB wide receiver stack. It might be like just a skinny stack with 1 QB, 1 wide receiver. It could be a 1 QB, 2 wide receivers. It could be a QB wide receiver tight end. If that offense just goes nuclear, like 2 weeks ago with the Lions, like if you had Jared Goff, Amon-Ra, J-Mo, you're winning this tournament.
Yeah.
And if you had J-Mo and Amon-Ra, but say you had, Jaden Daniels, even though on paper Jaden Daniels looks a lot better, he's not winning you the tournament if Jared Goff outperforms him.
Right.
Should I trade Egbuka and Hunter Henry for Brock Bowers and DJ Moore? I have Devontae Adams, Nico Collins, and George Pickens would be my starting receivers. I'm not a fan of selling Egbuka right now.
I'm with that. It's really nice to get Bowers back, though.
Exactly. I will acknowledge the upside of having a dog at tight end.
Yeah,
he's not going to ball rest of the season. I think he's got like 1 or 2 more 20-point games randomly rest of the season.
I would disagree with that, Yosh. He's been good, and I think Drake May likes him a lot. He's his guy. He's his safety blanket.
I do think that Hunter Henry is still a little bit underrated. He's kind of been proving, like Anthony said, that he's one of May's favorite targets. I mean, who else do they have out there? Diggs has been pretty non-existent. They've got
Keyshawn Boutte, Demario Douglas. No one that's really like a big target hog.
Right. So while I do like Bowers, he hasn't been getting the love that Mayer gave him.
I don't think you're getting the right price for your players right now. Like, I think you're selling. You could get more for Egbuka, and Hunter Henry is probably way more valuable after 1 more good week.
And I would do that I would do that trade if you were getting a better wide receiver back than DJ Moore. I'm also just not really big on DJ Moore rest of the season. It seems like Ben Johnson really wants Rome Odunze to be his guy. It seems like it's a pretty clear 1A, 1B right now.
How do you guys feel if he switched Ibuka for Devontae? And it's Devontae Henry for Bowers Moore.
I would like that more.
Yeah.
I just don't like buying DJ Moore. It just feels like you're buying a bench player.
I agree.
You're buying someone you're not going to feel great about starting.
Right.
As of right now, I feel good about starting Ibuka and Henry.
Yeah.
I don't feel good about starting DJ Moore.
Right. I think that the consensus for the Bears offense is that their fantasy relevant players are Rome Odunze and maybe DeAndre Swift if you're, not doing too great. But
I think Caleb will get you there too.
Yeah, sure.
Again, a good matchup.
Right, of course.
He's the QB3 right now.
Yeah, I mean, he's coming off a pretty big week. I don't know if Caleb Williams is like a top 7 QB for me. I think he's streamable. But what? To go back to what I was saying, I don't think that DJ Moore is somebody that you love putting in your lineup. It's too risky. Maybe he gets a touchdown here and there, but Rome Odunze is going to be eating up all those targets.
I agree.
Another question: PPR, would you move, or would you do May, Bijan, AJ Brown for Josh Allen, Bucky, and Tet?
Am I missing something? I think smash.
Wait, so who are you getting? Which side are you on?
Josh Allen's side, right?
Well, it depends on how you feel about AJ Brown.
I'm on the Josh Allen side.
I don't know if I am. AJ Brown to Tet. I'm taking AJ Brown personally. I'm not out on the Eagles. Bijan to Bucky. I'm taking Bijan. Drake May to Josh Allen. Obviously, Josh Allen. But
I feel like that difference from Allen to May is bigger than any of the other gaps in that trade. And that's the reason
from Bijan to Bucky?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like AJ Brown and
that's a take.
Drake May's like maybe a startable week-to-week quarterback. Josh Allen's the QB1. Bucky Irving's a low-end RB1. Bijan's a high-end RB1.
Drake May's not playing bad, though, bro. He's getting you like 20 a week.
Josh Allen's getting you 30.
Josh Allen just had like a 12-point game, yes, but like
what's your league format, Antonio, and kind of tell us a little bit more about what you have on your team.
How many starters?
If Josh Allen doesn't have that 40-point game this week 1 and it's not week 4, you're probably not having that strong of a take about Josh Allen right now.
I disagree. I've always been in on Josh Allen.
Yeah, I mean, I think that
I don't know about that one, Ann.
I think that the premium that you're getting for Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson right now is pretty ridiculous. It seems like those two quarterbacks are just in a league of their own.
I'd throw Hurts in that category too.
I think that Hurts just has I was going to say he has a ridiculously high floor, but he did have that 1 week where he did absolutely, he did pretty bad. He didn't do much of anything.
Is Hurts the QB1 right now?
No, definitely not.
He's QB6.
He did have a slump week.
For me in the trade, it feels like a crazy sell low on AJ Brown and a crazy buy high on Josh Allen is what it feels like. And then Tet, I know the Tet conversation is just like upside rookie guy, but
I like that, man. I could argue Tet over AJ Brown rest of the season, though. That's the thing. They're pretty similar to me rest of the season. And I feel like
Marion Mason and Travion. AJ Brown, Io Manor. Love Io Manor pickup.
12-team PPR. It's 2 wide receiver. So, yeah, I mean, honestly, in these kinds of leagues where you have less, you have less players on your roster, I think that the QB and the tight end premiums are nice. And I think that that's something that you want to go for. Mm-hmm. So if you can get Josh Allen here, in my opinion, it feels like you're getting a big upgrade from Josh Allen to Drake May just because of, how good Josh Allen is and his consistency. Bijan to Bucky, I definitely like Bijan here, but I think that I do agree with Ant in that I think that the Josh Allen to May jump is a little bigger than Bijan to Bucky. For me, AJ Brown and Tet is kind of a toss-up. If you want to argue that Tet by the end of the season is going to be a top 10 to 12 wide receiver, I think that's great, but I don't think that that's confirmed. And I think that you can also make the argument that AJ Brown will be there. So
on less targets,
right? So I might like the trade for you.
I like it.
Yeah.
I agree with Dale with the premium part about getting that premium quarterback. I think that's so huge. It just raises your ceiling so much in those type of leagues.
I think that's a good pick.
Right.
Yeah. Dude, this lobby's taking forever to fill.
Yeah,
anyone in the chat?
Yeah, $3.
Hop in this $3 draft on Underdog. Come get in here. Have some fun with this. We got one more person. Forget what's the name of this tournament? It's
So you're starting
on YouTube. It says you're in.
Scatabo and a third for DK Metcalf. Give me Scat.
Oh, we started. Yes.
Yeah, I don't love DK Metcalf. I think that he's I think he's very reliant on his athleticism, and he's in a pretty bad offense right now. He hasn't looked great. I mean, the touchdowns have really been saving his fantasy production. Is Scatabo somebody that I'm gonna, put a bunch of money on for the next 5 years? Probably not, but he's young and, giving up the pick just feels unnecessary. So I would probably side with the Scatabo on third side.
That's a toss.
Antonio, I still don't like your. I don't know. Something about your trade just bothers me personally. I don't know why. I just don't like reading the names Tet, Flowers, and Pickens as your week to week and Worthy as your week to week starts.
I mean, I don't feel much better about AJ Brown and Drake May.
AJ Brown had one good week.
Maybe I'm just brainwashed. I don't know, guys.
One good week where they were down, coming back from down 20-point deficit. Like, how often do you think the Eagles are going to be down 20? I don't think that game script's going to play out very often.
I do not know. The Eagles.
Let me ask you this question, Yash. Who do you like rest of season? AJ Brown or Rome?
Give me Rome. He has the high upside.
AJ Brown or Garrett Wilson?
Give me Wilson.
AJ Brown or
I just don't think Ted or AJ Brown are anywhere in the same tier. That's my problem. They're in crazy different tiers. And I probably got Bijan. I mean, Bijan's S tier. What is Bucky like? A or B?
Yeah. The one thing I really like about Bucky is he gets a lot of receptions.
So I don't know. Something about it just bothers me personally. I could see why you're hesitant to make that trade.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, AJ Brown's the big name. Tet is still, kind of unproven, but he's been averaging 33% of the Panthers' target share. He's basically the only person that, is going to be putting up big numbers on the Panthers. So I think he's got a lot of upside. I think it's risky, but if you're 1-2, then you kind of need to make those risky plays, right? You got to play for some upside and make him. I don't know what he is, but
All right, so I went a little
Cook Saquon.
A
little freaky deaky
right there. Yeah. And I think I'm gonna do some Buck stuff to bring it back.
Who's on the board for a receiver? Well, I have like no receivers going. I have only Puka and Devontae Adams going. Am I like stupid?
I'll show you, Josh.
If I can grab Hampton Henry here, I feel pretty solid.
What are your game stacks, Ant? Let me see your players. Puka.
I love doing like the game stacks where you get a running back on the team that's favored, and then you get like a quarterback, wide receiver on the team that's underdogs.
I like
and you
that
just kind of tell yourself the narrative that one team's going to get up, they're going to be running the ball, other team's playing from behind, passing the ball. It sounds simple, but like really you gotta tell yourself a narrative with these drafts and just go with that narrative and hope you hit on the right one. Yep.
What are you looking at tight end though? Juwan Johnson.
I was actually Juwan. No. Juwan I could probably get late. He's probably not getting drafted every draft either.
Buka will probably go early. Big hype name.
Yeah, Buka is definitely who I'm targeting with this next pick.
I would imagine Rome and Nico go like very soon.
Oh, this is me. Yeah, give me Derrick Henry.
Yeah, that's a nice team deal.
Yeah, I don't hate it.
Dunze.
Nice bounce back spot for Derrick Henry.
Dude, he was so mad when he fumbled. You guys saw that clip of him on the bench?
What's his line? What's his fumble line right now? I'd take the under if it's like stupid. If it's like disrespectful right now, I'd take the under.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine that you're probably winning like a third of your money.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's free cash, bro. Like, give me that.
Did you guys see Chris Godwin is back practicing?
I did. I've been monitoring that all week in case I decide to trade Keenan Allen.
Is Chris Godwin somebody that you guys are concerned with getting in Igbuka's way and taking his touches?
That's stupid. Oh, wait, what?
Is Chris Godwin somebody that you are concerned about with Igbuka's production?
Not particularly. I think
Igbuka's all three.
And I think Igbuka's he can win in different ways. And also too, what I think about Igbuka is him getting on the field this early and like proving he belongs is so huge. Like now you can't take him off the field. Like even when Jalen McMillan gets back, Chris Godwin's back, Mike Evans is back, like Igbuka's still going to be on the field. He looks like their best wide receiver they have right now.
Yeah.
Nah, I got to listen to Andrew a little bit on this. I feel like it will when Mike Evans comes back. Right now, probably not. But when Chris Godwin and Mike Evans were healthy last year, 2 years ago, and it was Baker and Baker was still playing good, it was like one or the other each week. Last year, it was mostly Chris Godwin, the Chris Godwin show, and occasionally Mike Evans getting a touchdown until Chris Godwin got injured week 5. Like, so maybe I don't know if Baker can support both on the low to be like receiver ones or like high-end premium receivers. This is true, Andrew. But
the thing is, with Godwin, are we sure that he's just going to be back to like Chris Godwin right away? I don't know if that's realistic.
Buka will still have his snap share with Godwin back? Are you sure it won't be like that moment?
Yes. It's going to be Sterling Shepard losing snaps. It's not going to be Igbuka.
Sterling Shepard. Sneaky pickup this week in redraft.
Igbuka is still, like, even with everyone fully healthy, he's still going to be on the field 80+% of snaps. I stand by that.
Wait, how many players do you start here? This guy's got 3 wide receivers.
You could start 3, I think. Or no. I don't know. Yeah, you can do that. It's 2 receiver, 1 running back, 1 quarterback, 1 flex, 1 tight end.
Oh, it's 1 running back. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Well, I still think 2 RB is elite. Did you guys see like the drop 2-man high or whatever defensive coverage is like rooting football, but it gave us like just infinite 1,000-yard rushing seasons from like mid running backs?
No, I did not see that.
I saw that today on my feed. It was very interesting. Or the too high shell defense, that's what it is.
I like Ladd here. What if he's just a guy you need this week? He's unstacked, but I have some other game stacks. Just tell yourself the narrative that he goes nuke this week.
I really feel like Ibuka is probably at his highest value for the rest of the season right now.
I guess I'm going to grab Goddard here. I already got Hurts. I feel like, maybe there's a world in which Goddard goes for, yeah. You never know.
Maybe they don't give the 9 passes to Devontae Smith. They give it to Goddard. That's normally what you're betting on. It's really what it is, dude.
Yeah. It's however Jalen's feeling that day.
Yeah. All right. That's that. Are you wanting to rip one more? Are you good?
If you want to rip one more, I'll do one more.
Yeah, let's do one more. This will be the last one. And I'm probably got to hop off, but we'll rip one more. These are fun. I'm going to join it right now, Dale.
Yep, give me 1 second.
Oh,
all right.
fuck. It already filled.
Oh, shit.
I'll double table.
All right, that's okay. We're full degenerate.
I got one more to start.
Shit. Let me join on my phone.
Okay.
Tomfoolery.
Or I can leave it. I'll leave it. We'll just work on your draft here.
I'm definitely thinking.
I left it.
Selling Keenan Allen this week.
Oh, I got the 101 in this one.
Are you taking CMC? Or unique team build in Puka?
Fuck, dude. I really am fine being overweight on Puka this week. Good matchup, and
who's not, bro?
Looks so good.
Is Purdy playing this
week?
What's
up, Ron?
Hi, Ron.
Yeah, I think he is. Jacksonville's defense has been sneaky good, but CMC just got so much volume.
He literally just gets every single touch in that offense.
Yeah, I can't pass on him.
Juwan Jennings is still questionable too. It's,
The thing is, I don't want to go crazy on this game. Like, I might just go CMC, and that's the only piece I target from this game. This Niners, Jags.
Where's Brian Thomas going?
Pretty late. He might probably
not even getting
drafted.
Dude, you could probably take him last pick, and that could be like.
Yeah,
when everyone takes, you got to zag, bro. You got to zag like one time. What is it, $3?
Yeah, I could get behind a BTJ. Sure, he's 34.7 ADP, so he's not getting drafted in every one of these.
I bet Travis Hunter is probably he probably doesn't even have an IDP.
Here's an interesting trade. Ibuka and Judy for Judkins and Keenan Allen. I think that I'm with Judkins and Keenan Allen there. It just feels like you're getting 2 fantasy relevant players for 1 fantasy relevant player and a non-relevant player. I don't know if Judy is somebody that I'm okay with starting on a week-to-week basis.
I second that.
Yeah, I have to start Judy in my Yahoo league, and I have looked at it and considered starting Kayshon Boutte over him before. So that's about where we're at in Jerry Judy this season, in my opinion. Gary Harold Fannin Jr. over Jerry Judy sometimes, bro. It feels weirdly more comforting to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think that Ibuka's probably your best player in that mix, but I think that there are some people out there that would take Keenan Allen over Ibuka in a vacuum just for the rest of the season because of how well Keenan's been doing and because of his, portfolio with Justin Herbert.
26% target share on the least amount of snaps out of the receivers.
Right. And if you compare Judkins to Judy, I mean, that's just like a no-brainer, in my opinion. Unless Jerome Ford has the game of his life this week and goes for 150
Yeah, what are we
yards.
cooking up right here? I'm sorry. What did I just watch?
All right, so I went Bowers and Odunze.
What is the thought process there?
It's just a cheeky little game stack right there. We got Raiders, Bears. I think that could be a nice game script. Both teams don't really have the strongest defenses. Both teams' offenses are looking like they can support people for fantasy. Bears specifically had struggled with slot players and tight ends. So I think Bowers can have a good week. Raiders have a horrible secondary. That's the story.
Okay.
And it's around ADP. They both weren't going to be there in my next turn, so doubling up.
McBride and Ibuka or Bowers and Tet. A lot of people seem to be saying Tet right now. I'll tell you that right now, Ron.
Actually,
we've gotten like 4 Tet questions and a bunch of Ibuka questions. So
people are excited about the rookies, man. I mean, they're definitely.
I feel like if Tet isn't excited, it's a lot of people selling out of him who drafted him in like around 4 or 5 or wherever they got him.
I think that's.
But
fair.
I like the McBride Ibuka side weirdly more.
There goes
I kind of like McBride over Bowers rest of the season. Hot take.
Yeah, I mean, Ibuka's just in a better offense, right? I think that he's going to get a lot more opportunities to be in the red zone than Tet. But I think that Tet is going to be your volume guy there. And I think that he's going to get, you know, like, I don't want to say he's going to get neighbors numbers of, you know, targets, but it's going to be pretty close to that, right? He's really like the only guy out there. And he's already looked pretty good.
It's just 25% target, 24.5% team target share.
Yeah, I mean, Ibuka and Tet are a chop for me. Bowers and McBride, I mean, you know, I feel like that's also a chop. I think that's just whatever day of the week. Yeah, I mean, is McBride your guys' tight end 1 rest of season locked?
For me, it is.
I kind of screwed that one up. I didn't realize Herbert was gone.
Conner injury for me, that about seals it.
Yeah.
I sold. Oh no. My team
because you would have to assume their run game isn't as secure or efficient. Pass the ball a little bit more. Marv connection still isn't there with Murray.
Damn it, dude.
Trey McBride is getting 9 targets a game, damn near. Like, just give me McBride.
All right, I'm hopping in one more, Dale, if you want to hop in.
Right.
It feels like apples to apples. If I had to make a hard stance personally, I'm on the McBride Ibuka side. I'm
interested to see what Ibuka's target share looks like after Godwin comes back. If it doesn't change at all, then I think I'm
joining right now, Dale.
Which side are you on, Ron?
All right, I'm joining.
Like, are you the side getting McBride and Ibuka or Bowers?
3 more. 2 more.
Oh, man. Yeah, I'm in. Dude, I don't know. Like, if you ask me for this week, I'm McBride and Ibuka. If I'm in a winning team, I might take the Bowers and Tet. If I'm in a losing team, then McBride and Ibuka are going to get it done for you right now. That's how I kind of feel.
I think I'm McBride and Ibuka. I think the weekly floor is just higher with those two.
Are you guys nervous about Bowers?
Not particularly, but I don't know how much / how long this injury is going to plague him for the rest of the season.
Right. I forgot he's battling that.
Yeah. And it's like, I mean, he's going to play through it, but he definitely looked hampered the last 2 weeks by it.
Yeah.
All right. So it looks like this one, Dale and I are right next to each other again.
Oh,
That's how it goes.
Yeah, I think Puka's just a smash in these tournaments. Or in this tournament this week. Such a good pick.
Let's try to save my Yahoo team. Let's just not give up on this team. Yahoo is projecting George Pickens 20 points this week.
That's a joke, in my opinion.
By the way, maybe I should sell him, bro. Like, yeah, damn.
I'm not excited to start Dak this week. I don't know if that says a whole lot about Pickens, but it just, I mean.
Yeah, no.
Do you guys think I could sell CD for Garrett Wilson from Ryan?
What's his team's record?
2-1.
Maybe.
His name is Pat Tillman.
Andrew says he wants to get off Bowers. Don't like him.
Pause phrasing.
I had to think about that one for a second.
Yo.
Yeah, I mean, I hear you, Andrew. Like I said, I think that if you're losing right now, then I'm fine getting off of Bowers.
Whoa, Josh Allen goes 101 in this one.
Wow.
I would low-key buy Cortland Sutton and, like, A.J. Brown with CD. Zach, that might be greed, the greed they talk about in the Bible, but I think that's the type of trade I would go for right now with CD, someone who's on the low.
How do you guys feel about Troy Franklin? Is that a 1 week pop off and he's done? Is Cortland Sutton back to it, or is there?
I'll tell you what.
Is there something interesting happening there?
Give me Troy Franklin over Tyquan Thornton and Trey Tucker. That is established. We have established that position already.
So we had like a 20-minute discussion on this. Was that 2 days ago or was that yesterday, Josh?
First stream.
I don't know if I can confidently take him over Trey Tucker.
You took Bijan, Dale?
I did.
Yeah. I wasn't sure if you autoed.
I think he's clearly the receiver 2 in the Broncos offense over Marvin Mims. If there was something there with Marvin Mims, we would have seen it by now, unfortunately, as a Marvin Mims dynasty owner. Troy Franklin has the college connection. We just saw him have a big quote-unquote breakout game. Game script just wasn't there for him last time. Can't win them all. But I don't know. Trey Tucker, you can't ignore the production that was there. I definitely think he has the higher ceiling, but Troy Franklin got the higher floor. But personally, I like Tucker more.
Are you guys moving Jacoby down in your rankings after seeing that Trey Tucker performance?
No.
Yes. I think he was already priced appropriately, though. I mean, now he is. Like, I think he used to be underrated compared to, like, the points he was getting every week. And now he's properly rated.
Right.
Like, if you just don't change his ADP at all.
I'd say I would agree with that. I just don't think I don't know. They're different type of targets they're earning, right? Like, Jacoby's not
a deep threat.
Yeah, Jacoby's more of like PPR scam his way, like get higher target volume, like more middle of the field stuff. And the way they're using Trey Tucker, it's a lot of down the field stuff.
Doesn't Brock Bowers do the same stuff as Jacoby?
Bowers kind of does it all, like, and it's just a different position. I mean, I guess it is worrisome that there's like a new face in the mix for targets, but I think it's actually better off for Jacoby that there's another like credible pass catching wide receiver now, rather than like all the defense's attention just being on him.
I think the whole narrative preseason for why we were taking Jacoby at his current ADP was that he was the receiver 1 with no competition besides allegedly Jack Beck, who, you know, was second round pick. Will he ever play? Who knows? So I disagree. I feel like Jacoby is not someone I would want to buy right now. Trey Tucker game seemed like a fluke. His 3 touchdowns were all botched coverages. True, but not like the 2024 preseason, the Raiders had like Trey Tucker into that year. But they had Aiden O'Connell at QB. I don't even remember who the Raiders had at QB last year.
AOC, who you guys like?
Gardner Minshew.
Amon-Ra or Neighbors?
Rest of the season, Amon-Ra. Or this week?
I mean, this week, Amon-Ra. Rest of season, I don't know.
Also, Amon-Ra. I don't care about Jackson Dart.
This week, I might say Neighbors.
I think his safety valve might surprise everyone and be Wandale, dude. That's all I'm saying. Whatever Wandale's reception line is, I would consider taking it. Especially if it's like 2 or 3 receptions below Neighbors. Like, give me that.
Yeah.
Because, like, Theo Johnson, their tight end, behind who? Dart? I don't get the hype either, Andrew.
All right. I want to talk my way through this start, guys. This is just something I did. So I took Lamar here, and then I followed it up with James Cook. My thought process with this is, right, so we're taking James Cook. That's making the assumption that he happens to score the touchdowns for this week, right? It's not Josh Allen. I mean, maybe they both get there, but let's just say I'm telling myself James Cook scores 2 touchdowns. Josh Allen's not the guy you need. By taking Lamar with James Cook, that's kind of taking leverage against Josh Allen, right? Because you're getting that quarterback that's on a different team. James Cook gets there. It's leverage against the field because there's going to be people that are doing Allen and Cook. By doing Lamar, you kind of make yourself unique, and you also get some value there.
I've got a question about Flowers. So this week, Flowers did pretty terrible. Mm-hmm. You guys feel like this is just off slump week for him, or do you think it's representative of kind of how the season's going to go? He's going to have big weeks, and he's going to have bad floors.
I think that is just kind of who Zay Flowers is at that point. At this point, I think he is going to have up and down weeks like that.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think that's kind of how a lot of people have considered Zay Flowers over the course of his, I think this is his 3rd year. But everybody calls him a gadget guy. I'm not going to say that he's not the wide receiver 1 on the Ravens, but I'm also not going to say that he's, far and away Lamar Jackson's go-to target every single time. I think that Lamar Jackson's going to get it done with whoever he can get it done with, and he's going to, scramble if he needs to, and he's going to, run or make the completion to whoever's there. So I like Zay Flowers as a wide receiver 3 or flex, but I don't know if I can put him, into my kind of top 12, top 15 wide receivers.
I would agree with that.
What are your thoughts on the entire Ravens receiving core right now? Because right now I'm just looking at Rashad Bateman, first of all. What do we think about him? I think he will forever be a role player in the league. He's just doomed to being a role player receiver too rest of his career. Like, I know he's only 25, former 1st-round pick, but I just don't see it.
I think he's a decent best ball shout. Like, he's the kind of guy that'll sit as your wide receiver 7 and give you some weeks where he gets 15 points. He'll catch a touchdown here and there, and it'll be nice to plug him in. But I don't think that he's anybody that will ever be genuinely fantasy relevant.
I agree.
They also only played D-Hop for 13 snaps, 9 snaps, and 17 snaps through the first 3 games. Tylan Wallace is playing more than twice as many snaps as D-Hop right now. He's actually playing the same as Rashad Bateman, which is just weird. But
D-Hop's a dinosaur. They're gonna throw him in there, and every once in a while, but dude's just so old. He, feel like he just can't really play a large percentage of snaps.
I think someone yesterday asked if D-Hop was washed.
Yeah, we did get that question yesterday. All right. I think that's it for the drafts. I think we're gonna wrap this up here. Do you guys have any other final thoughts before we end stream today?
I'll say one more thing. You picked Mark Andrews there as your kind of tight end to go with Lamar Jackson.
Yep.
Is he somebody that you're kind of excited about moving forward? He's, did absolutely nothing the first 2 weeks and then went nuclear week 3. Like, how do we feel about that?
I wouldn't use the word excited. For that, I was more just kind of building out the stack. He's not necessarily someone I'm super high on rest of the season. I think he's just like a kind of low end tight end 1 from this point out. And who knows how he's going to look targets wise once Isaiah Likely's back in the mix.
Right.
If you can kind of sell high on him right now, which I don't know who's really going to be buying him after that 1 week, I would explore that. But I mean, like I said, I don't know how many buyers you're going to have for Mark Andrews at this time. Just kind of middle of the pack. There's some other tight ends I think I would rather start. They're kind of in that same tier.
Mark Andrews.
Yeah, let's finish with this. Some tight ends. Who would you rather have? Yeah, let's go Mark Andrews or Juwan Johnson.
Juwan Johnson.
If you asked me before the season started, I'm easily taking Mark Andrews, but Juwan Johnson has looked really good, and it seems like Spencer Rattler likes Juwan Johnson a lot. So now I'm paid. Yeah, I mean, right now I guess I'm rocking with Juwan Johnson. I don't love Juwan Johnson, but like, man,
he's getting paid a lot. I think actually.
Laporta or Mark Andrews?
He's getting paid $30 million over 3 years, Dale.
Who?
Juwan Johnson.
What?
Follow the money, bro. I'm not joking. There's like a whole Juwan Johnson game.
Crazy. That's pretty crazy. Laporta or Mark Andrews? I mean,
give me Laporta.
Laporta's not going to give you the dud weeks that Mark Andrews will. I don't know who knows if Mark Andrews is going to keep putting up those just disgusting dud weeks, but I don't think that Laporta is going to do that for you. He's going to give you at least a couple catches every week.
Yeah, I got Laporta. I'm Juwan and Laporta both over Andrews. What about
Kincaid?
I was going to ask Kincaid. Yeah.
I was thinking about Kincaid, but yeah, I mean, I think I'm Kincaid too. It's consistency, right? Kincaid hasn't been going crazy, but at least he's getting out there, and he was kind of injured last season, and none of the Bills wide receivers are breaking out, so I think that there's a lot of opportunity for Kincaid still.
Mark Andrews or Rondé Gadsden.
I got Brenton Strange.
Brenton Strange or Mark Andrews? Mark Andrews.
Mark Andrews or TJ Hawkinson?
TJ Hawkinson.
Mark Andrews. Damn, you seem like you have an opinion about TJ.
I don't know, dude. TJ Hawkinson.
Yeah, the more I think about it, I don't know.
Damn, here's the thing, dude. TJ Hawkinson, who's going to be the quarterback?
Give me Gadsden, Andrew.
Long term, it's probably going to be JJ McCarthy when he comes back, and JJ McCarthy has just looked so bad, and TJ Hawkinson has done nothing with JJ McCarthy. I think TJ Hawkinson's interesting for a few weeks, but once McCarthy comes back, I'm not comfortable starting him in my lineup until he actually does something.
McCarthy has Kenny Pickett in his upside case, I think.
Talking through it more, I think I go Andrews.
Yeah.
All right, last one. Andrews or Fannin?
I was going to ask Njoku.
With Fannin, I'm Andrews. With Njoku, I'm also Andrews.
Okay, yeah. Njoku or Fannin?
Fannin.
Rest of the season, not dynasty.
Yeah, I think I'm still going Fannin. I mean, has Njoku done anything yet?
He did. He has.
What did he do? What did he do?
He's been doing slightly better, ever so slightly better. Like,
I think I'm Fannin, bro.
Okay, well, I mean, Njoku is giving you 3 for 37 week 1, 4 for 40 week 2, and 5 for 40 week 3.
Off of like 7 targets a week.
Do you think Njoku gets traded?
I could see it, but I don't really know what teams need a tight end besides like maybe the Giants. But I don't know if the Giants will make their team better. Yeah,
I don't think that they trade him this season. I think that
I think it's the end of his contract this season, though, isn't it?
Is it?
I think it might be.
Yeah, I mean, I think that they're excited about Fannin. So I want to.
He's playing a different role from Njoku to where they're both like on the field. And he's getting some different type of targets. Like Fannin's get a lot of like the like flat route checkdowns sort of, and Njoku's still kind of doing a little more of like his downfield stuff. But I don't know. I liked Fannin coming out. Yash knows I was early on Fannin. If you go to like one of the first streams on this channel, I was shouting Fannin and
yeah, that one guy in the chat, dude. Amarion Hampton and Fannin. Pure name test is why I drafted them.
Darren Waller or Andrews? I think that's got to be Andrews, right?
Yeah. I'm interested to see how Waller looks, though. I'm interested to see that for sure. That is something to keep an eye on. All right, lads, I got to head out. But thank you, everyone who joined. Thank you guys for hopping on here.
Yeah. Thank you for having me. That was fun.
Yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one. Make sure to join the Discord. 100% free to join. We notify when we go live and drop some sports pick'em slips in there. Got a community chat. Make sure to join. All right, till the next one. Later.
Peace.